everyone, salut, welcome back to my channel and thank you so very much for clicking on this video. I'm sorry about the lateness because I couldn't get around to editing and uploading it yesterday because I got some bad news, so I was a bit down. But yeah, we're back today and it's Saturday. It's a bit quiet around here. I don't know what Saturday is like around you, but yeah, it's been a long holiday since Thursday, Friday, and today's Saturday. Well, the holiday is coming to an end. So today's video is about shouting and the love implications. I'm pretty sure that everyone who has ever worked with children, either as a teacher, or you're a parent, or you are an older sibling who has younger siblings, at some point you have had to scream your head off. Maybe you got upset, maybe you got angry, and then you had to shout. So let's find out, why do we really shout? So this is an article by a professor of psychology, and it was uploaded by someone on Facebook. This was not me, but the article made me do a little bit of study, and I found out something. So I'm going to be reading the article before I come and give my submissions. So it says shouting, whispering, and silence, the love implications. A professor was teaching about Proverbs 15 verse 1. He asked his students, why do we shout in anger? Why do people shout at each other when they are upset? The students thought for a while. One said, because we lose our calm. But why shout when the other person is just next to you? Asked the professor. Isn't it possible to speak to him or her with a soft voice? Why do you shout at a person when you are angry? The students gave some answers, but none satisfied the professor. Finally, he explained. When two people are angry at each other, there is a distance in their heart psychologically. Now that makes sense. Because usually, when you are upset with someone, your heart, it's like the person, you feel like this person doesn't understand what I'm saying. So there's a distance in your heart psychologically. Now, to cover that distance, they must shout to be able to hear each other. The angrier they are, the stronger they will shout to hear each other through that great distance. Then the professor asked, what happens when two people fall in love? Now, this is in a different kind of relationship. They don't shout at each other often, but they talk softly. Even when they're upset, usually at the beginning, you realize that even when you're upset, you're looking for ways to pass across the message without actually shouting. And he explained that this is because their hearts are psychologically close. The distance between them is very close. The professor continued and said, the more you love each other, when they love each other even more, what happens? They don't even speak, they only whisper. And they even get closer to each other in their love. Finally, they even need not to whisper. They only look at each other and that's all. So next time you shout at a loved one, know that you're creating distance between your heart and that person's heart. Now, Proverbs 15 verse 1 says, a gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. Now, this has got me thinking, and I realized that, back to the crux of what I'm going to say. Many a times, we find mothers who can communicate with their eyes to children. We find people who can just look at the child and send a message. I think this is the best kind of discipline. You get to a point where you understand each other, and then just one look, the person gets the message without even saying anything, especially in the public. If you always have to open your mouth to talk to your child in the public, then you have not been able to create a bond. You should move away from the point of shouting to the point of speaking calmly, to the point of whispering, and then to the point where you don't even need words. Now, this is not easy at all, trust me, especially when you are about to lose your calm. And this is where patience comes to play. You need to develop the relationship in such a way that you know that the more you shout, the more you're creating resentment, that the child is stepping back, the child is moving away, and then eventually there's a big gap that will take a longer time to be restored. So the next time you're about to shout at someone, especially a child, make sure that you keep your calm. Try your best to calm down. If possible, move away from that situation. Go and think about it, then come back to actually deal with the situation. Children are much easier than we actually think they are, especially when you start at a very tender age. And this is what intentional parenting is about. So next week, we're going to be having a child on board. A child who is going to be telling us of some of our experiences with this. How she feels, Let's look at the children's perspective. from shouting? How do they deal with shouting? What do they do when they're shouted at? And how do they deal with being scolded calmly? Now, there are times you still need to shout, trust me. There are times you need to, especially when there's danger lurking. But it should not be often. It shouldn't be all the time that the only way you communicate with your child is shouting. If the only way you communicate is shouting, then there is a problem that needs to be addressed. So why scream? Next time you want to scream, like this professor said, know that you're creating a distance between your heart and that person's heart. So I wish you all the very best this weekend, and I hope you have subscribed. And if you have loved this video, if you like this video, please thumbs up down below and drop your comments. Let me know how you correct your child. Let me know if you used to shout. Let me know how you have been able to keep your calm. Let me know how you correct your child, without shouting, and how you've been able to develop a bond. And after that, after this shouting series, which is ending in the next video, we're going to be having a series on the love languages for children. I'm pretty sure a lot of us have heard about love languages in relationships, but there is also the love language for children, and we're going to be talking about this. It's going to take a couple of a series, like about 7 videos, but we're going to be trashing it out, and of course with feedback from everyone, finding out what the children around us, their love languages, and how they actually receive love. So I wish you a lovely weekend, have a lovely week ahead, and let's keep building hearts of love. Bye bye, till next time.